Hello my dear Scorpio, this is your love and spirituality reading for the month of August 2018 with me, Queen of Cups Tarot. I read for the signs in order of most liked videos, so don't forget to hit the thumbs up button for your sign. And you can see the order I read in this time around at the community section of my channel, if you scroll down a little bit. The reading can go both ways, so if I tell you that you are feeling or acting in a certain way, it can be in the reverse, that the person you are dealing with is feeling and acting in that way. The energy is the same, it's just different castings to the different roles by the universe. For this reading, I will use the Druid Craft Tarot by Philip and Stephanie Carr-Gomm, illustrated by Will Worthington, and I will start shuffling your cards. So, my dear Scorpio, see what's going on here with you. And we have a Princess of Swords and Cernunnos, and these two are not really like close accountant, like close friends here. Princess of Swords is all about truth and honor and wanting to go very deep into a subject and really sort it out. She has a crystal clear mind. She wants to make everything clear and cut out lies and yeah, speak the truth even if your voice shakes. Cernunnos, on the other hand, is our shadows. So our shadows wants to be hidden. They don't want to be seen. They don't want to talk the truth. They have once become expelled here into the darkness, into the dense forests or the deep oceans, or in your attic or in your basement or out in some barn somewhere where you store your things, your personality that you don't want to know anything about. So it's a little bit clash here, and it's not of titans, it's more David versus Goliath here. With the Princess of Swords, there's probably some new truth that's coming out and threatening some person's shadow, like the things that they wanted to keep hidden. Maybe a game that they played or something that they hated about themselves and didn't want anyone to know anything about. So it might be two different parts of you, where one wants to strive towards the light and the other part wants to keep hidden. But it might also be two different people, and usually it's like what's within you is also mirrored on the outside of you. Shadows, why did we get shadows in the first place is because of conditioning. We are not allowed to be our natural selves. We also learned that some things with us is good and something is bad, and this is natural for to learn. Our parents teach us how to live in society without making too much mess. For example, what to say to people and when to shut up, for example. And here with the Prince of Swords, she is the one that kind of didn't shut up. So it might be that this is the entity that you actually have in your shadow, like the truth sayer, the one that says the things that other people rather brush underneath the carpet. So she can be the one that's in this basement. So finally coming out, speaking the truth. So that might be it as well. So I call the divine with love and light. And here we have Four of Wands together with Cernunnos. So I'm thinking Cernunnos is being called back home. Please come home. Please be a part of my soul again. So it's like you're calling in lost soul parts, admitting to new sides of you or old sides of you that you didn't really like or people didn't appreciate. But in a grown up age, you might have learned where these when we are children, people are telling us, oh, you should be nice. But if a adult person is overly nice, we say that they are a little bit stupid. So I'm not saying this myself. I think that it's a very beautiful thing to be a nice person, and we should always try to be nice. But at some point we need to also show that there's no more Mrs. Nice Girl or Mr. Nice Guy, because we need to put our boundaries. So as a grown-up, we have learned that this outspoken Page of Swords is actually on our side. It can be when you are being, for example, unjustly treated, and you are conditioned to keep your mouth shut about it and just smile and act politely and try to reason with the person that's unjust towards you and say, but maybe we can do in this way instead, or I can help you any way we can do. I can make you happy if we do like this. So you're trying to please this person. But with the Page of Swords coming forward in your life from the shadow, maybe it might be that you will feel like you have a devil on your shoulder, just saying like, you are acting rude, you are unjust now, I have been really trying to help you, and the only thing I get back from you is being smacked in the head. So can you please stop this, and we go back to trying to cooperate about this, or there's no cooperation at all, because in other case I'm quitting. So it might just come out like like a hurricane from your mouth, and you want to put both your hands on your mouth and say, oh God, what did I just say, and what's going to be the consequences here. But usually the consequences to those things is to feel very happy and grounded and like, okay, so and that is one of your lost soul parts coming home, like a devil on your shoulder. So it can be like this as well, but for other it might be like a game over love and commitment, and who is the most right, that has the most on their feet, the most like the most stability to stand on, the most great foundation. So it can be like opposition between people as well, like what I just told you, like who is right and who is wrong. The person acting shady, like one person is acting accordingly with the rules, like we should act nice towards each other, but the other one is acting from their shadow, and that might have given them a lot of like security in the past, because people were pampering them, trying to, oh, we need to pet this kitty the right way so they don't get upset, so they get a lot of perks with this, acting from their shadow. Acting not so nice. So it can be so many different variations here, but the main thing is that you need, even if this is like a shadow in a person on the outside of you, you need to start to talk the truth. Even if it's in the inside of you, you need to start to telling the truth. Like the truth is that I really think that this is a great idea. I don't know why I opposed myself. Working on this from every front. So I call the 4 archangels in the 4 corners of the world, and here we have a 9 of Cups with Cernuno. So some of you might have like the truth came out about someone's shady behavior in a relationship, but the relationship is still supposed to be there. It's not supposed to go anywhere. A 9 of Cups, it means that one thing, it means that your needs should be met, that the devil here, it's suppressed needs as well, and sometimes we are saying no to the things that we actually want, like a person that might have lied about what they want for a long time, and then with the Page of Swords finally saying the truth, that they want love and commitment, for example. So this might be happening too. Someone coming home to themselves and learning about their own needs instead of acting like they don't care or they don't have these needs. It can be need of consensus, for example, this one person acting from their shadow, but actually they want consensus. But they have manipulated their way to get consensus by freaking other people out. Okay, so I call the 6 elements, earth, wind, fire, water, spirit, and ether, to join us here today and to give us a clear view reading for my dear Scorpio viewers. So I want my dear Scorpios to have love in their lives and to find themselves in loving relationships. 5 of Cups, of course, that's loving, yes. Disappointment. And why is there disappointment? It's 4 of Swords. So 4 of Swords is silent treatment, a person having a lot of opinion here, but being kind of passive-aggressive, not telling, just brooding and being like unreachable. And here we have a Queen of Pentacles. So this might be like... In another case, this can be the devil, and this can be the little page. Queen of Pentacles, like a person trying to make a warm, fuzzy environment for you too. But with the Four of Swords, this person is not helpful. And that makes a disappointment, probably for both, because eventually this person will get tired of this person because they are not cooperating. And then this person doesn't win either. But what this person wants to win by being passive-aggressive is that this person is figuring it out. Like with their Page of Swords mind, they are figuring out what it is that this person wants and try to adapt. So trying to fix it, trying always to fix it. So if we have this sturdy look and look like we don't care or we don't mind, this person gets a little bit nervous and try to fix things. But I'm thinking here that something has been stirring up this codependent situation that now makes both people disappointed. This person is probably disappointed because they still can't get this person out of their rut. And this person is disappointed because the nice Queen of Pentacles has now become the Page of Swords, telling the truth. So no one is happy in this situation, but love is still there. It's just that truth needs to come out, relationships needs to, you know, get organized in a better way that's more equal for both parties and just not for one. And one person shouldn't waste their life with being passive aggressive or openly aggressive. Because that's make them not very positive and they can't build a positive life for themselves. So there's many different perks with actually starting to say very openly, okay, I see you are not cooperating, so I won't either cooperate with you. So I'm stepping back here and you can sit here brooding alone. Or, for example, the person with the Four of Swords could tell, like, this is how I feel. It feels like you're forcing me to do something that I don't want. Well, but come up with an own idea and we can see if that's a better one. And they say their own idea and we say, yes, okay, so we do that. So the person that felt helpless in one way, so they have acted very shady, and now they see that they have strength. They have... people are listening to them. They don't have to be walking against the stream and always being negative and tear other people's work down. They can actually cooperate and get a better result. Okay, so I'm going to tune into your Scorpio energy here for a few seconds. Okay, so my dear Scorpio, this is your future going in second part of August or going into September. And this might be the first part of August. This is July or the past. And here we have a Princess of Cups as well. So Princess of Cups is probably, it's your inner child. It's the part of you that has feelings. It's the antenna that can pick up the feelings, frequency, vibration of feelings in the ether, and give this information to the witch inside of you to be interpreted, and then the warrior inside of you go out and do the work that the Princess of Cups found out. It can be, example, you're feeling something like, I love this person, and the queen or the witch inside of you feels this vibration, and as an adult she interprets, is this love or is this just a fling or what is going on? And she takes the decision and she tells the warrior that goes out and flirt with this person, for example. So it can be like this. Okay, and we have the Chariot here and Ten of Wands. So I'm thinking, yes, that was what I felt, that this is a person that has been very like a hard ass before and now they have found their little beating heart, and they are going to make acquaintance with this little beating heart of theirs and get to know their emotions and learn to interpret them, and therefore get a much better intuition, also maybe speech, because with the Ten of Wands, it's Ten of Wands, Four of Swords is a person that's unable to speak. They are unable to tell what they need, what they want, what's on their mind. So they are suppressing themselves without anyone else having to suppress themselves. They are just like angry and brooding because of all the things that they are holding inside. But here we see the dark and the light is working together, and out comes from this equation the Princess of Cups. So what they needed to do, this person, was to listen to their heart and get a keener intuition, so they can explain themselves to the world. If you know yourself, it's much easier for also other people to get to know you. If you explain who you are and what you want, like the song I remember you got, 6 a.m. Skin, in the last reading, that was talking about they don't know you because they don't know who you really are. But one thing is that you didn't know either, so now you are learning. But this can also be like other people, that's just because it's different. Some people can be very emotional, and instead they have stored away they more like their self-control and other things in the shadow. So this can go different ways for different Scorpios. That this might be the person that you have been dealing with and wishing so much that they would open their heart, and now it is on its way, okay? And this is in the now, so this is 9 of Pentacles. It brings the thoughts to the Queen of Pentacles that we saw. Queen of Pentacles can be an earth sign in your life, but it can also be your way of being very grounded and stubborn. Because first, maybe you have tried to be nice and, you know, do everything for this brooding person so they would finally be happy with you and acknowledging you as an important person in their life that they can trust and rely on. But now you understand you can't trust and rely on this person. They are always negative. They're always tearing down your ideas. They are always like voting for something bad to happen to your projects or to the things that you bring into the relationship. It's like they want you to fail because they don't believe in themselves, and they don't want anyone else to believe in themselves either. But here you decide, I believe in myself. I trust myself. I tried to be nice. It didn't work. So I'm going to be stubborn instead. So 9 of Pentacles is Venus in Virgo. So it's self-love. It's about finding out who you are and standing up for those values, okay, that you have inside of you. I stand up for chivalry love, or I stand up for my principles of speaking the truth, or whatever it can be. We can't always go speaking the truth because that would be hurtful to say to someone that's 3-year-old that made a drawing that it's ugly. It's not a beautiful thing to do. But so we need to learn this, when it's all right to speak the truth and when it's not. But if we have been holding something back for a very long time, it's really now the time to speak about it and stand your ground. So this is a person living in this center here. They have their own space. She also have a little bit of a wall here. It's not, you know, it's not a big wall, so that it wouldn't stand a siege, but it's like her boundary. And she also have a falcon there, like a way to look at things from a logical perspective. And she has just decided upon something, and it's not going to change her mind. So it's very stubborn and resilient. Someone that can withstand any storm and just still say the same thing afterwards. Well, I still want you to compromise with me, or we won't have a deal. So, okay. And here we have a 5 of Swords. So this is probably what this is going to lead to, because this person feels probably very childish and fragile, even if it can be a grown-up man or like an elderly woman, or it can be a young person as well, but it doesn't matter. This person feels like they have no authority, so they're acting from an enhanced authority. It's like they have boundaries that's not around here. They have boundaries that's somewhere out, like along there. That's their boundaries, because they feel so fragile. They feel so unprotected. So they're always grumpy, showing like the backside of themselves to you, so you won't be able to attack them. And this is something that comes from some deep trauma. It can be from past lives or childhood, or most certainly from past lives when it's this build-up. But this person has it's self-love. They want consensus. They want to be a good leader to help people grow and It's the Star card here also. So it's a person with very good intentions, but what does that help if the other person thinks that you are out to get them, okay? So it's not going to help. So since you're not working together with this person anymore, and you know, being codependent with their passive aggressiveness and their cold-heartedness or their inability to speak or whatever, it's going to lead to a conflict. And it's kind of what we saw already in the beginning, that the Page of Swords were like the devil on the shoulder just came out and said, like, this is what I see, this is what's happening here, this is what you're doing, this is what I am feeling, and it becomes probably a little bit of a conflict that feels very good for the Page of Swords, but for the other person it will hit them exactly where they were as the weakest. But it's actually a good thing, because when we are this fragile and we are put up these higher walls around ourselves, we need someone to break them down and maybe hurt us a little bit, so that we can grow and understand that this hurt isn't going to kill us. It's just frequency vibration, it's just pain. And actually we need to start to become vulnerable with other people and show our authentic self if there's going to be any cooperation, or in other case we will end up alone. So it's a lot of aggression here, and we have the King of Swords and the Moon card and the Lady, so, and the Princess of Swords. So there's going to be an aggressiveness, some kind of showdown here. And the King of Swords, it might be either or of these different parties, but it's the warrior. So it might be the kind of the Queen of Pentacles that have finally gotten a warrior installed actually by the Prince of Swords, and now like, okay, I'm going to be okay with being in my warrior because you are in your warrior, so why shouldn't I be in my warrior? And this will cause like some big like passage of right. It's like going through hell a little bit, or depression, but actually coming out the other side as a person that have learned something. So I'm thinking this person that has problems with revealing their heart will actually go on a journey to find their feminine side, and that will make them whole. And I'm thinking this person that has become this stubborn has already kind of installed their warrior. So the first person here had a warrior but wasn't listened to their inner child and their queen, and this other person had the queen and the child but maybe didn't have a warrior until now, when they have put boundaries like this. So it's like people are going to change roles, and it's first it's going to lead to some kind of conflict, because one person might be a tiny bit spoiled in this situation and is not used to people talking back or putting boundaries. So it might be like a little bit difficult for a while, but it's just going to force this person with a closed heart to go through the moon and actually then being able to access their feminine side. So being able to speak and tell what they are feeling and what they really want and what's their dreams. So they're going to be set free. So it's actually a good thing. Okay. So this is your past, and we have a Six of Cups. So it's the past life and childhood card. So it's talking about something from the past, something from the childhood. Here is talking about obviously your childhood. Scorpio is going to be fixed. Either you were, I think these people in this reading might have the same wound, like they have been hurt in the same way, but they have two different ways of dealing with this. One becomes very grumpy, and the other one tries to be like a servant, trying to fix things. So they are probably taking on their different roles from their parents, and now this is another chance. When you come together, you have the same wound, and just different ways of dealing with it, or different survival skills. And now you're going to go into this situation and learn something better. Probably learn self-love, okay, that you were lovable exactly as you were, and you don't have to change yourself. You just have to find yourself. So the Six of Cups is a card of deep love, nostalgia, feeling longing after some past time or past person, but it's also about healing and fixing oneself from the bottom up, from the most fragile parts of you, and building from that like a great foundation on bedrock. Okay, so being very like rock solid, like this lady here. So making yourself into a whole person with your own authority inside of you. So that's making you very resilient in relationship to other people, and you're not going to let them like run all over you. And here we have a Prince of Wands. So the Prince of Wands is someone that wants to fix things like in a rapid speed. They have like all these ideas of how to fix things, and they are very eager to do so. They might have, you know, found the answer. It can be a lover of yours that have you know, decided that they long for you, and they are going to come back and fix everything, and now they have all the answers. They have just maybe forgotten that the other person is, you in this case, is super grumpy, or that themselves, well, they might have the best intentions, but they don't have the tools to solve the conflict when it comes, because then maybe they will run in the other direction, because this is a Prince of Wands. They can be very hasty in and out of people's lives like this, because as soon as things not go their way, they think, oh, there's no happiness here, so this is conflict, this I don't like, I want happiness in my life, so then they are out. What I'm saying here is, this is a person with great intentions and very passionate love for you, or you have great passionate love for someone, but you might not have, or they might not have the tools to actually go the distance. Because if they still can't talk about the problem, like every time I talk about the problem, it just goes out the door. If this is still going to happen, the problem is still going to be the same. And here we have a Prince of Pentacles. So Prince of Pentacles is earth. It might be that some of you have two suitors from the past, like fire or earth, but this might be the same person as well. Very kind of hot and cold, but more hot and shy. Like first they think they can fix everything, but then you start to touch their vulnerable places and they come up with the shield here and say no, backing away from the scene instead of running away. So knights are unpredictable. They are forceful when they get some idea. This one is like, I'm going to get what I want. They are so passionate, full of love maybe, or full of like longing or electricity, or it might be sexuality also driving them. But this person is like more cautious. They plan one thing and they plan it like, I will do it here, but they start to pack for it already here. So it's someone being very thorough with what they want to do. And this might be the same personality, two different personality in the same person. Like one is so optimistic, and then the truth comes, like my fears comes out, and now I'm unable to move. I still know what I want, but I can't communicate it because I'm so fearful of the consequences if I leave myself vulnerable, because that's a problem for knights, to show themselves vulnerable. They want to be strong and fierce and cool, and you know, this is a person that wants to be loyal and hardworking and prove themselves with blood, sweat and tears, but in a very slow way, like prove loyalty over 10 years. But they are not going anywhere. It's like very slow, so you might lose faith in them just because of that there's not, they move to step 1, but where's the step 2? But it feels like this person has the best intentions. They are just forgotten about their own personality of having 10 different things that they want to say, but keeping the mouth shut about all these things, and also being passive aggressive, and you know, not being able to move forward, and being a loner, going like withdrawing into themselves, licking their wounds forever and ever. And then they will come around like this again when they have healed themselves in their hermit kind of stage, and they will try again, and then they will get second thoughts. And so it's just showing a person that has this great positive passion, and they want to be good people. They have great intentions. It's just that they don't have the tools to make this work because they are not as mature as you would wish. Okay. So that's in the past, someone coming back maybe to you, or you coming back into someone's life, but have forgotten all about the problems that were there before. So you just feel the love for the person, but you don't remember how they were acting or how they triggered you and things like this. Okay. So, and this is in the now, and we have an 8 of Wands. So 8 of Wands together with 6 of Cups, it's only even more intense. Both these are Sagittarius energy. Scorpio is fire, water, and we have fire, water here. But it might be like you're dealing with Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius. So just someone that's very passionate. It doesn't have to be these sun signs. It can be a person acting in this way. So 8 of Wands is a person that wants to communicate, wants to fix things, wants to have open conversations, wants to admit to their wrongdoings, and opening up for friendship, love, and fun. It might be also something going on over internet, like over vast distances, or it might be just someone texting you or calling you up, or you doing this to someone. And it's this eagerness, this hope, and like this feeling, I'm so strong, I can fix anything. So it's very beautiful. And the next card here is Queen of Cups. So it comes very central, Scorpio. It can be a Cancer or a Pisces as well, but comes underneath the Prince of Wands. So this is the girl holding the moon. She's holding the key to all this transformation that will happen somewhere along here. When a person is acting from their feminine side, it's a very beautiful thing, because usually they when you act from your masculine side, you have a certain idea of what you want, but when you're acting from your feminine side, you're open to deal with whatever comes. You don't have to have things exactly your way. You're open for life to come in various shapes or forms. It's like it's just generalizations, of course, but it's like the male is wanting to protect their own progeny, while the female wants to protect the children of the world. So it's two different approaches. So this is a very good thing that the Queen of Cups comes as a center card, because it shows a person here with the Prince of Wands is a rather spiritual person. Even if they are very young, they are coming with some new spark or some new idea, and they have maybe the stamina also to put it into work. I'm feeling I'm being overly positive here, because what I said before still stands, that this person isn't, they have this want, but they don't have the tool just yet. But they are going to get it if you just continue with this work relentlessly. And here with the Queen of Cups, open communication, best in intentions, wanting to really talk about the deep-rooted feelings here, like the deep things, the things that really matters in this situation. They have listened to their intuition. You have listened to your intuition. You know what you want to say, you know what the problem is, you have identified it, and you want to it's like talking all the old things through sorting it out with compassion and empathy. And I'm not sure this entity might be ready for it really, but we'll see. Two of Pentacles. So Two of Pentacles is a situation where we need to balance two different things, and I'm thinking it's this very young energy and this more older, wiser energy that's very open. And these people come with, they have arms. These have their wand and sword, and these have their sword and their shield. And here we have, she is without weapons. She only come with the love here. So it's one comes armed to the party, okay, and one doesn't. So that is where this is going to go a little bit wrong. Not dreadfully wrong. Even if it feels like the end of the world for you, it will just be two different people with two different approaches. This person is ready to fix everything, but if you here, Scorpio, say to them exactly what you have seen, like you are so cold-hearted sometimes, you don't open up to me. This one time you totally shut me out. What was that about? You want to have answers on the things that have been on your mind. And this person but I just came, I just sacrificed everything for you and proved myself by just being here. And now you need to start to juggle these two different personalities. And for many people, being this grounded and this mature, it might be very tempting to hold the energy for both of these people, like understanding the person that's so guarded and a little bit immature, and also trying to juggle your own feelings about this, that you actually would like to talk about the deep-rooted things, the things that really matters. And you want to do this because you know it's not going to be any end to the repetition of negative spiral in this relationship or in this situation. But here you need to kind of juggle both of these people's needs. And since you are the more grown up, you are going to feel that it's on you, because they are not going to, as soon as you say the wrong word, they will be stubborn again or gone again. But so it's not going to be easy, but I don't think this is the best way. Like, don't try to hold also their end of the bargain, okay? Be grown up for you and leave, like, drop the ball on them, like give it to them. They need to play ball with you if this is going to work. And as long as they don't, and I think they won't because they're too young, as long as they don't, this is just a hope. It's just like something that we hope is going to happen. That is, it's ready, the scene is ready, but some person hasn't done all their meditation just yet, or have all the experience that they need to fix this just yet. They don't have the tools. And of course, this can be also a person in love, like a Scorpio in love, choosing between two people. Maybe you are dating, you want to find the love of your life, you're dating two different people, and now you need to make a choice. So that can be for some people also. And you need to make this choice out of self-love, but also who makes you the most happy, and who is also like your soulmate, feels very connected, a person you can talk with the whole night through, and that you really feel that this is destiny. So it can be very hard in these kind of situations if we need to make a choice. So it might be that you already had one lover, but one came back, also a person from the past, maybe the fire person here, and now you need to make a choice between the one that you already had and this new person. And it can be the other way around, of course, as well. And this is the future, and we have an 8 of Pentacles. It's another 8, 8, 8, and a 6. So these numbers are very harmonious. The 8s are talking about this is connected to the Lover's card. This is connected to the Strength card, being the bigger person, being grown up. And we have 8 of Pentacles and Prince of Pentacles. Both these is about loyalty and trying your best. But this is a little bit more advanced than the Prince of Pentacles. So it's like a person really putting in the effort and not being shielded anymore, but actually like really trying, showing that they are invested, that they want this, they are going to make it work. It's a person putting in all the efforts here. And we have also 8 of Pentacles, 9 of Pentacles. So it's kind of indicated that this is what the Queen of Cups hopes, but it's still her or him. It doesn't matter. It can be a male or a female, that's doing the work still. You just want the other one to help, but you need to drop the ball on them and make them, they need to start to dribble it and you know, meet you halfway. You can't hold both explain the other person's feelings to them and explain your own feelings to yourself and be the one that's working out the thing in the middle. It needs to be two people trying this, putting in the work. But with the 8-8 here, it's saying that you're going to have many chances, many reconciliations probably, where you're going to try this over and over and over and over again. So if you feel like, oh, this was the end of this relationship, here is the ship relationship going down in the waves. I always, when I see this card, I think about I will go down with this ship, and it's DIDO, white flag, okay? So this is how many of you will feel in this situation, but it's actually not the end. This work is going to continue relentlessly, with maybe small pauses sometimes where we need to regroup and change things in ourselves, like calibrate ourselves a little bit for the next stage. So it's like a never-ending story, this here, and never-ending story, and here comes death. So Prince of Wands, Queen of Cups, and Death. So death is Scorpio. It's the transformation. It's the bird phoenix rising up from the ashes. So someone needs to go through a great transformation to grow up. It's like the caterpillar becoming the butterfly, and I'm feeling that it's this princess needs to develop and become a butterfly. So they need to develop to the next state of their evolution to be able to make this complete this mission, okay? And we have this eagle here, so it's almost like the bird phoenix has risen from the altar. Maybe it has been sacrificed and then risen again. And we can see the symbols of death and harvest here, and the snake shedding its skin, but also giving poison to you if they sting you, if they attack you, and that might kill you. But they are also renewal. So it's something that needs to go, like something needs to yield. And it's 13. 1 + 3 is 4. So it's connected to the emperor. The emperor is about power, control, boundaries. And sometimes a big empire, or always, big empires rise and they fall. We can feel that this civilization we have now is going to last forever, but it's not. It's going to be called in history like the selfish generation or something like that, that took over the world and made it to a big football field without no mountains and trees and everything. But if we make it, if we are able to do this beautiful evolution that we are called to do, the world will be prosperous again, okay? But our civilization will rise and it will fall. It's the natural pulse of life. We can see this many in the beginning of the 1900s and the end of 1800. We felt like we were the crown jewel, like it's just up like this, and we still feel this with the economy. We think it's going to go like this forever, and it's fine because we need to live with these kind of assumptions. But the truth is that civilization has risen and fallen many times, and this is what the death card speaks about. That there needs to come transformation, and big crashes. It is actually building the foundation for the next thing to come, and we really want the next thing to come, because this situation, what we have here, with these imbalances between evolutionary stages between people, actually needs to be wiped out. So some people needs to go through horrific changes and transformation. Both these cards are talking about change. In some decks, this is actually a snake in the shape of an 8. So people needs to go through horrific sacrifices or deaths or losing things to mature from the knight into a queen or a king. Usually when we are in paradise, things like this doesn't happen. So you might curse the situation that you're in right now, maybe dealing with some snotty kid here that's in their 60s but still acting like they are 5. Okay, it's common. Okay, and you just need to pray for them, that they will be able to go through this transformation and survive it and come out on the other end like the bird phoenix. And next time around they will come unarmed to this discussion or this thing what you are offering them. Okay, and for you cross watchers, usually for many of you this will be of course the Scorpio instead, and this is you. It's the people that's more spiritually evolved have had the need to take more responsibility than the next person. But now this is coming to an end. and you have prepared your other person or your family or your friends or your co-workers for this, the day when you are going to drop the ball on them and not help them any further because they need to grow now. And this is the day it has come now, okay? And here we have the Ten of Pentacles. So it seems like nothing is lost. Actually, something is going to be gained by this. Success is going to come with this. If you want commitment, this might be what happens. If you want like someone to acknowledge their love for you, at least inside of themselves, because they might not admit it immediately. They need to go through the transformation of death. And first you need to go through this conflict as well. But you have 8, 9, 10 of Pentacles, so it's building up to something that's stable and like a great foundation, a new beautiful future where people can work together and, you know, show, going in vulnerable and making teaming up with each other instead of coming armed to a peace negotiation like this and like losing temper as soon as things doesn't go their way. So it's going to go your way, maybe not with, you know, exactly that person or that person, but we are evolving in big groups. So if these people are it's falling out from this scene, it's going to, the thing that you have dreamt of is going to be fulfilled. With the Ten of Pentacles, it's a place of value, a place of like long-lasting value for you. You have dreamt of home, coming home, finding your tribe, finding the people that would actually work together with you and not against you. And here it will come. It's a big gap, of course, between death and the Ten of Pentacles, but it wants to give you hope. So this became very long. It seems like there was a lot to say, but I will try to wrap this up now. I'm going to read the center card for you. That's the Queen of Cups. That's the most influence card in this reading. She holds the whole reading together, and that's you. So the Queen of Cups is touched with the most profound aspect of the feminine. She is fully open to the qualities of the goddess that include healing and nurturing, as well as the inner strength that can unite creative imagination with compassionate action in the world. Her ability to connect with these qualities can give her a mysterious, unattainable aura. She does not depend on outside validation for her purpose in life. An excellent mother, therapist, and friend, she is often involved in artistic pursuits or in the healing arts. She can express her emotions freely and can be highly intuitive or psychic. If the card does not refer to you in a reading, it may refer to your mother, to a therapist, or a woman who inspires love in you and stirs the depth of your emotional nature. Since the Queen of Cups is able to unite dreams and visions and to make them come true in the world, finding this card in a reading may also refer to a profession or of acting or to the world of theater and film. But this is the key, to unite dream and visions and make them come true in the world. So your vision will come true. It is, as you have said, so shall it be, okay? So your wish is my command, and ask for things that you want and it will be given. It's like you are orchestrating the things here, where the dreams are turned into creative endeavors. It could also refer to any work involved in the field of relationship counseling and healing. So you have been a healer in these your relationships. Some of you might have more than one that you are healing in the same time. So you are a great teacher here, and you are supposed to now you know, do something unexpected, something that you haven't tried before. Probably not, as I said, don't try to clean out their end of the street or speak for them. They need to speak for themselves. They need to clean up after themselves. If they are not, you just drop it, okay? And they need to come around when they have fought this through, have a fallout with you, fought this through, transformed, and then being ready for, you know, the real thing. So I will also take a Sacred Rebels Oracle card for you, my dear. Oh, Scorpio, not that many cards. So, Sacred Oracle for Scorpio in August. Conscious connections. I got this maybe for Sagittarius as well. I think it was Sagittarius. Yes. Fairly positive. 35. Conscious connections. So, there is a call for more intimacy in your immediate relationships. There is an opening for heart-to-heart communication that can salvage and restore a broken relationship or friendship, if you are willing to honor your differences and look to what unites you. Sometimes it is hard to bear the differences between one another. One person may be willing to live life in high definition, whilst another may prefer to live in more vicariously until they have the confidence to step onto the center stage of their own life story. So we have the Prince of Wands here and the Prince of Pentacles here. So it can actually be this is you and this is the other person. So it can be interpreted in so many different ways, and it's a general reading, so I feel many different stories. One person, yes, we are not here to judge each other, just to love, to be loved, and to let go of those that cannot accept us as we open up to those who can. This oracle brings guidance for you to trust in the sanctuary of the connections in your life. If you are asked to experience a more sacred connection with people who truly gets you and wants to play life with you, rather than at odds with or against you, like, you know, coming with weapons to a negotiation, peace negotiation. And then this oracle is confirmation that this manifestation is on its way to you now. So for some of you, this is going to be the ending of something because there was no cooperation. But this card talks about cooperation. So for most of you, I think it won't be a real ending. It just be a transformation where the person changed their mind. But for some of you, it will be an ending, and you will find your tribe. You will end some situations, and that frees up energy for other situations to be presented to you. It may or may not be obvious at first, but kindred spirits are going to enter your life to help you connect with your deeper feelings and creativity. They will give wings to your inspirational ideas and big dreams. If you have been asking for healing in your current friendships or other immediate relationships, know that this can happen through your willingness to express your true feelings and allow the situation to either fall apart or come together, like with the Two of Pentacles. You can't hold both people's end of the bargain. So only hold you and let the other person's words and actions speak to you. So let the situation either fall apart or come together according to the greater workings of life. Sometimes webs that have joined people together are broken, and that is appropriate, as people may outgrow what once held them together. Sometimes the tie that binds us together are so strong that they are able to withstand a great deal of pressure and still remain intact. The webs of connection between us will sever or sustain based on the higher wisdom of life itself. Either way, healing happens in the resolution of our feelings, and we are once again able to feel free, forgive, and be ready to move on to the next state of relating, either with a person who has been in connection with us for a time or with someone new. This oracle asks you to remain open to healing connections and to allow people to be close to you. Trust in the process that draws people in and out of your life, resist nothing, and seek wisdom in all. With your hand on your heart, say out loud, I surrender all my relationship into unconditional love and ask that the truly nurturing, soul-enriching, expansive and nurturing relationships be healed and drawn closer to my heart. I ask that the draining, depleting, destructive or toxic relationships be drawn out of my life. Through unconditional love, mercy, grace and my own free will, so be it. You can also imagine that you can breathe golden light in through the front of your body and out through the back of your body. Repeat the process with a rich emerald green light, the healing light of love. Don't worry if you can't feel or see the light, just intend to work with the light and relax. Finally, visualize, perceive or see a beautiful beating heart with luminous green and gold parrot wings on either side of it, imagine, perceive, or feel that there are many other beautiful beating hearts with parrot wings of different colors, and they are flying around together. So there's a lot of people like you out there, a lot of people that can love like you. You don't have to give your love away to someone that not have the tools to make love, only war. Enjoy the playfulness of this vision, and in your own time, come back to here and now. Feel the air on your skin. Notice the temperature of the room you are in and your feet on the floor. When you are ready, open your eyes and return to your day or evening. You have completed your healing process. The healing process to understand that you are not alone, that there's actually endless possibilities for you to find a person. We can feel that we are sometimes very blocked and we're stuck with people that not seem to fit us at all, and then we need to maybe honor that we are supposed to wait for certain people to grow up, because if we can't get rid of them, you can't like lobotomize yourself to get rid of these people, and instead maybe this is your great love mission and great life mission. You might have been doing this for several thousands of years, so it might be worth to kind of waste the time in this life to finally get it into shore. But that includes dropping the ball on these people, so they need to do the work too, okay? So that will actually speed up the process, and it seems like either way you will win. The one that shows love and trust and openness and vulnerability will be the winner in the end. You know about the people that will be coming into paradise. It's the people with a humble heart and the unconditional love. It's not because God is judgmental. It's because you are putting yourself there with your own mindset. Okay, so if you have a mindset of being grumpy, you won't end up in paradise. If you have a mindset of being in unconditional love and patience and love other people, but also let them grow when it's needed, then you create the paradise for yourself. Okay, my dear Scorpio, thank you for watching this far, and I want to invite you to my webpage, www.queenofcupstarot.se. I also want to welcome you back to my mid-month August reading that I will perform in the beginning of August. So until then, have a beautiful summer and take really good care of yourself. Okay, bye-bye.